So welcome back, guys. Now we would like to present you a software tool that you can use within Scrum. So this software is called Scrumwise, and it looks like this. We have the products, we have the projects, we have the people, we have the backlog, and so on. And the good thing about this tool is that we're using the same words as in Scrum. So first of all, you start up making a project, and we have a project here called Trine's Hairdresser Saloon 2020, and this is the current project. So if you go into people, you need to decide upon which kind of people. So here you can actually move them from other people that can access this project. So we decide upon that Lars is the project owner, so he is the one responsible for the product backlog. And then we have me, Henrik, and Bent in the Scrum team, so the development team. In here, you can't see who is the Scrum Master. So you decide within the team who is responsible for the sprints and responsible for the sprint meeting and so on. So that one is the Scrum Master. I will be the Scrum Master in this project here. So Lars, you're responsible for the backlog. Can you please show us how to make the different user stories and epic stories in the backlog?
Sure, let me do that. First of all, the backlog as you start out is of course empty. There's nothing in there. And we're going to start out by focusing on the epic stories right here. So after my talk with the customer, we figured out we had some kind of landing page. We have a contact page and a product page. That was kind of the main epic stories we came up with after the first meeting. Now there's going to be more, but let's just start with those 3 epics because there's plenty of work right now. Now, first of all, I want to create these to kind of indicate that we have these huge epic stories. And the way I do it is pretty much just right here it says add your first backlog item to the project. And I'll go and I'll just click the small button right here and then we'll give it a name. And the first one, I'll actually call it the welcome page instead of the landing page. It made more sense for us to call it the welcome page. And there we go. And I'm going to make it an epic story. And I'm not going to estimate it or anything like that because epic stories is just kind of a placeholder for all the different sub-stories to complete that entire epic story like we talked about earlier. So I'll add this guy right here. Now with the epic story available, I'm going to add a couple of stories because to create the welcome page, there's a lot of stories to actually be done to get that completed. Each story is actually a feature for the welcome page. So we have different features available. First of all, we had one called, as a user, I would like to be able to see the top 5 products on the page, right? So that's the first one I want to create. I'm just going to right here say top 5 products. Something like this. And it's just going to be, actually we talked about top 4 products, but let's just be like that. And actually what I want to do as the second thing is to make it very descriptive. I want to actually add a user story in here. So I'll say as a user, I would like to see the top 5 products, 4 products on the welcome page. So now it's pretty informative what I want to kind of accomplish with this story right here. It's a feature and I'm not going to add hours yet. We'll get back to that in the planning. So that was one story under the epic story. What else should we be able to do on the welcome page? There was something about layout as well. As an admin, I would like to be able to change the layout of the page. So I'll add that as well. As an admin, I would like to change the welcome page layout. So notice right here, we are actually trying to specify the customer needs right here. And I'll just move this around in a second because I actually want this in the description again. Just to make the story itself just have a simple name. It's change welcome page layout. There we go. That was horribly spelled. Let's just go back and change that. Layout. There we go. So again, this is just how we actually go in and start specifying and breaking down epic stories into minor stories. So now we'll continue doing this. We'll make an entire backlog before the sprint planning. That's kind of my role as the product owner. So I'll figure all of this out and then I'll invite the team afterwards and then we'll start doing the planning together and hopefully the team will just spend a couple of minutes checking out the stories before we get in here. So that's what we're actually going to try and do next lesson. So I think that's it for this lesson.
Yeah, see you.
Bye.